Consistency is the backbone to any successful trading. Now, when choosing a setup, I like to focus on three main components: a strategy, the market, and a little bit of discipline. Okay, let's do it. Today is a hectic Monday. I woke up late, 19 minutes past 8, and while everyone else is chilling, drinking coffee, I have just 5 minutes to check the market before I become Dr. Esther. This is where the real talk begins because vacation is over. Oh gosh. Vacation is over, you guys, and I have a new shift at the hospital starting this December, but I'm just going a little early because is being a new doctor, a new resident, that simply, in short, that just means that your days are not your own, right? So everything I need, I just need this book. I'm actually going through that book, and then the BP machine and my stethoscope. Everything is in order. And also for the fact that winter has started, it's just so crazy. It's really cold outside, and is after coming back from where it was so sunny to just coming back to the snow, that is so crazy. It's not just snowing like that. It's not snowing so bad like that this morning, but when I landed, it was really snowing. Okay, so I'm not going so far. The hospital that I'm going is like 8-10 minutes away from here. Okay, I'm just hoping that there's honestly no traffic. If there's no traffic, that would be so good because I woke up kind of late, so just gotta go. I'm not sure if I should go around. Let me just go around. Okay, so guys, you just saw the trade. We're currently running plus $500 right now on our Bitcoin trade, and that's the only trade that I actually have on my account for today. But anyway, my shift starts at 9 o'clock, and it's very hectic in the hospital. As soon as you walk in, trading simply doesn't exist. As soon as you walk into the hospital, trading does not exist at all. So I have set my take profit levels, my stop loss levels, and everything. And as soon as I'm out of this hood into the main road, then I'm off. But anyway, that's it for a chit chat this morning, guys. I will see you guys when I'm back. That's probably later in the evening. And yeah, let's go. Let me rush, guys. Honestly, let me go. Okay, we are done. Ready to go? Yes, go. We're currently up. So I actually gave this trade yesterday during the weekly analysis when I was analyzing Bitcoin. It was the first trade that I gave. Told you guys why I was bullish on this Bitcoin trade, and right now, as you can see, this was my initial trade. I've added positions the first time. Now I've added positions the second time. So I have 3 trades that are currently running right now. So I literally have been riding this movement from this level. When I saw a breakout and a retracement, I added here. Now we have broken out again. I have just added. I didn't wait for a retracement here because we broke out with a really big momentum candlestick. You see, the previous candle was a momentum one, and then the next one just showed us that the buyers are pushing up. So you already know the deal on this account. This is a prop firm, already live account. So if we hit $1,000 here, we will request our payout just as we always do it. This will be the fourth time. So each time we hit $1,000 on this prop firm, we always want to request a payout. So that's exactly what we're waiting for right now. But the trade looks really simple, really easy. I'm trading it on this account also, this one. So here I had taken this trade and then I added positions right here, but the stop loss for this one was too tight, so I got taken out of one of the positions here that I had added. Now it's moving with just one trade. And then last but not least, the third account that I am trading right now, as you can see, this is the main personal account. This is not a prop firm. This stop loss is at break even already, as it should be. On this one, I'm not going to add positions because when I entered the initial trade, I really went in hard, but it will be too much risk on the account. But anyway, NASDAQ is shooting up to the top. And the funny thing is, before NASDAQ moved up to this level like this, I was explaining this in a mentorship class with my student. See what we spoke about this around 5 p.m. We're talking about this mentorship class, and that's exactly what happened. But anyway, this is a really good way to end or close off the day. I don't know, I might just be tempted later to close these trades, honestly, because yeah, you know how it is. It starts playing and working on your psychology if you see profits that are a lot like this. So trying to be disciplined to not look at the profits, but look at the movement if it's completed yet, which I really keep trying by all means to forget like the numbers that are written here, but let the market just play out because we have gotten a breakout. I don't see any reason of closing the trade. Instead, I should have been adding positions here, but nah, these numbers are actually scaring me. But anyway, that's about it for the day. Let's see what the market does again tomorrow. What's up, you guys? When you see me dressed like this, you know outside is not looking good. Anyway, it's a lovely Tuesday. Look at how dark it is outside right now. It's literally so dark, but this is the time. That's the time, but like, look at how dark it is. I can't even say that I'm going for lunch right now because it looks late. It looks like you're going for dinner. And just like that, my days run through. By Wednesday at 6 a.m., I was checking the charts. Bitcoin had retraced, losing about $1,000 from our profit, but we were still up $600, which is not bad. I also saw a swing trade on gold, and I gave this exact signal to my inner circle. Thursday was really slow. It was Thanksgiving in the US, so no liquidity in the market. That was a perfect day to step away from the screen, and that brings us to right here, Friday. I just can't believe that this Bitcoin trade, just this one Bitcoin trade, has made me over 246, around $8,000 alone. This trade has to go somewhere here. Like, if I hold this trade, we're literally going to make $10,000 on each of the trade, but I don't think I can hold it that far. I don't know. I know I'm supposed to scale up. I didn't even add positions when I was supposed to. I'm just breaking all of my rules here because of the profit. And I'm saying like it's getting the best of me. Also, we have a gold trade that's currently running here in the inner circle. I've already given them the second take profit, but this is my main concern here. So what I am going to do is I am going to close 2 of these trades. So you guys know we had 4 running trades here. I had one trade that had stop loss at break even, and that was taken out when we had a drawdown. You can see at $39.40 right here. 1 out, 2 out. Yo, this was stressing me out. You don't know how many times I've been opening my phone to check if it is moving, to check if it's, you know, retracing, and I don't like to feel that way. I don't like to trade like that. So I have decided to just take out these 2 trades, and I am leaving this trade with its initial stop loss. It's going to be around $1,500 if it goes against us. And yes, I can confidently say that yes, maybe I can hold this. This is going to be a long movement. Literally a long movement for me to hold this Bitcoin trade to the top. And as for gold, I have already updated the inner circle, as you can see, 200 pips that we've just hit here. And yeah, gold does still also have a lot of momentum to push up to the top. Gold is a swing trade. I already told them that we're targeting nothing less than 800 to 1,000 pips on this particular trade. It will eventually move up to the top there, but just for a decent movement. I mean, that's the update that I have for today. I have to literally rush right now. Good evening, you guys. It's almost good morning, honestly. It's literally a minute to midnight. Okay, I shouldn't be shouting right now, but anyway, you can see that's the end of the day. That's the end of Friday right over there, and I'm literally just settling down right now. Also eating biltong, right? I bought this from South Africa, and this is literally my favorite snack. I don't know why I'm eating biltong right now at 12 o'clock midnight, but yeah, I just got back home, just freshened up, and I am ready for bed. But I just stepped into the studio so I can show you guys what happened as I was not at home, which was really good because the trades did eventually move. I only have a Bitcoin trade running right now. We have made an insane amount of profit for this week on this particular account. Also, what I can show you guys is I have requested the withdrawal on 10 trade. As you can see, the account balance has gone back to 90,000, meaning that we managed to make profit of $1,000, and the withdrawal has already been processed. But this month, yes, this month on this account we've made $2,000. Really good, guys. This is really decent. Remember what I always say? I say that slow motion is better than no motion, right? It might seem as if we're moving slow on this account, but mind you, we have already made $5,000. As you can see, we have literally made over $5,000 here, even though the rest of it is literally taken by swap and commission, which is really crazy. But I'm so tired right now, and I just want to, I don't think I can do the weekly analysis. Let's just wait for tomorrow for that. But then let me just show you guys how the market remained moving as we were gone. As you can see, this is our gold trade. 500 good pips on this trade. This was just an update that I was giving them, but then gold eventually moved up to the top. You guys know what I like about all of this is I would have said this exact same thing during the weekly analysis, and I also shared it with the free signal. You see that right at that line? Told you guys that yes, we have broken out, we want to hold. But anyway, I guess that's the update that I have for the entire week. It has been a really good week, from traveling to trying to settle down and, you know, just get back to real life and work and all of those things. But I'm going to be a bit free tomorrow, so I guess I'll have time to like edit, look at the video, journal most of my trades. I couldn't really journal them for this week because I was so busy, and then I'll make the weekly analysis for you guys. Good night. It's a lovely Sunday, you guys, and I know I'm doing the weekly analysis at this time, but anyway, let's get straight onto the chart. So this was our gold trade that we closed off at 500 pips, but as you can see, this is our final take profit on gold. So I don't think I will analyze gold today when I'm making the weekly analysis, because it's simple and straightforward. Gold, I told you guys last week that we wanted gold to break out of this area, right? That was last week, and when I was making that weekly analysis, so the market closed like this on Friday last week, and then Monday opened like this. I told you guys that we're not buying gold in this area. We wanted gold to break out of this place, and then we will buy it, which it did exactly that. And I took the trade with my inner circle, just like what I told you guys. So for this week, we are looking forward to just riding our movement back to our final take profit. That is what I'm looking to do on gold. So I don't think I have any reason analyzing it there. But then the buyers have already stepped into this market, as you can see. So for gold, we just wanted to get to this point. When we get to this point, I'm going to tell them to take partial profits, leave one trade running, stop loss remains at break even. Why? Because we will face resistance here. It's a resistance spot. So at a resistance area, we have to face resistance. So there's a chance that it will face resistance and drop back down, or it will break out and push to the top. We always want to be safe. So that's the entire analysis on gold for for this current week. But then if you're not in the trade, which I don't know why, you have to wait for gold to break out of this area. When it breaks out, look for good price action as it comes for the retest in the zone. Then you want to ride it back to the all-time highs. When it gets to the all-time highs, make sure you add positions because it will break out. So yeah, that's about it. Also on gold, but that's a weekly recap. I also managed to take a trade on the NASDAQ. This one, I took it by myself right before the market closed. As you can see, we had a build up right here. Also, I shared this with the free signal group. So I didn't take it by myself. Shared it with the free signal group that we've seen this type of setup multiple times, right? This is not something that we've never seen, where we have breakout of a trend line, break, retest, support area. We break out of the support area again. Now notice, the thing that made me enter was the little build up. We had a build up here. And then after that, knew the buyers just needed to declare their move, and I joined as it was still building up. My stop loss was pretty tight right there, and yes, is 1, 2, 3 NASDAQ trades that you are seeing here is just from that thing. So I scratched my phone, guys. Never mind this. I don't know what happened, but I scratched my phone. So like I need to change this whole screen. But anyway, yes, these 1, 2, 3 are the trades on the NASDAQ, and then this was on the Bitcoin. I had to close Bitcoin early on this account because I didn't want to hold the trades over the weekend. So that is what remained happening. And then what are the charts? Okay, US 30. So on US 30, I had something really interesting happening. Pretty much the same thing as the NASDAQ, but this time it was my student that took the trade. As you can see, not sure if it's very visible. As you can see, he took this US 30 trade as soon as it broke out today, but he was risking a lot. You can see right there. I had to call him out. I was like, what do you mean? You are risking almost 50% of the account. But anyway, he's the one who caught this beautiful movement there on US 30. I wasn't really looking at it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for a recap. Now let's analyze NASDAQ and US 30 to see what we're looking for this entire week. And obviously we need to check our economy calendar. As you can see, we have news on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This week will be really good to make profit because we're going to be so volatile in the market, especially on Tuesday when we have Mr. Powell speaking. Interesting. Is this not supposed to be NFP, the first Friday of the month? I'm confused. I don't know, but anyway, you can see that we are having news every single day for this week. So it's going to be very volatile. There are going to be a lot of opportunities in the market for this week. All right, let's start with US 30, and on the 30-minute time frame, you can already see that the buyers have been stepping into the market, declaring their movement. Now, I always say this, whenever you want to see when the buyers are in the market or in the sellers, just look at the candlesticks. Look at the type of candlesticks that the buyers are bringing into the market. Then look at the type of candlesticks that the sellers are bringing into the market, right? These are totally different candles and they can tell you exactly what is happening, who is in control of this chart. Right now, let's go over on to our daily time frame so that we can have the overall bias. Right now, I remember speaking during the weekly analysis last week. If you're listening carefully, you do remember me saying that we were at a really good support area on US 30, right? And then I marked up not just one, but two support areas. The second one, not really sure where I put it, but I think it would be something like this or somewhere in this area or here, right? Then we had these two support areas. Then US 30 was literally acting. You see, this is Friday right here. So it means that this was Saturday. From this area here, we said that we want to see good buying, momentum. As soon as we go on lower time frames, we look at that, it would have been confirmed here to catch this whole movement. Okay, even if you didn't catch that movement, you should have caught it as soon as it broke out of a resistance zone right here, right now. All that said and done, we are not really interested in what the market has already done because we want to make money right now, right? So the next support area that we had, which was a resistance that was broken out of, has turned into a support, is that area that I just marked right now, 46,900. Now this area has been broken out of but has not yet been retested. That is the first support area that we want to look at. And then obviously our resistance area on US 30 now is already the all-time highs. Right now, this is a really good setup and has a lot of potential to move because I've seen something like this before. Now we always want to have two support areas. I always say this, right? And then our overall bias is always bullish. Why? Because we are on an uptrend. Guys, you never want to oppose the overall movement. When the market is moving like this, it's rather better you stay out of the market. The very first time, I think in this whole movement, I would have been taken out like twice and then I relaxed. Why? Because I would have first attempted to buy at a good support area, which is here. You see that my attempt would have failed, which is why I would have a stop loss and I'm taken out somewhere around this area. Then probably attempt again for the second time. But then, I don't think I would have attempted because, I first wanted to break out of this area. But whatever, you get the point, right? When the sellers are in control, wait for the buyers to step in with full conviction that they are in the market right now. Then wait for all the major breakouts to happen for you to now have a good confirmed entry. Then you ride it up. Now we know the buyers have stepped in and we just want to see them continue with their overall movement, right? So our first support area is going to be in this zone. And then we want to look for the second support area because I can't really put it here. You see, these are too close, right? So if we're saying that the first support area is this one, then the second one is here, it means that if you are buying, you will buy when it comes to the support area, you see good price action, but then your stop loss is going to be somewhere in here, which doesn't really make sense because this is also the area where the second support area is, right? So for that reason, I will totally invalidate this first support area and bring the second support area a bit lower to around about this zone here. So that's exactly how I just showed you guys exactly how you want to filter out trades, right? You just want to think along those lines. So for US30, that is exactly what I will be looking at. I want to see the market coming back into these areas, into the zone, you know, give me a good price action, because I know that this is a little bit of a resistance zone. You can see it, right? It resisted, it broke out, even played around here, and then obviously this is the overall one, the very one that's obvious. So if we make a zone, it's going to be somewhere here. So if it comes back, we want to play around. I want to look for buying positions in this area, then we want to ride it up to the top. Obviously, I'll be sending updates in the free signal group. If you're not in it, check it out. The link is in the description below. Then we go over to NASDAQ, which is our favorite. My laptop is acting really slow today. Why is it loading like that? But anyway, yeah, on the NASDAQ. So this is the trade that I had taken. I just explained this to you guys, right? So I'm going to clear everything. And the very same things that I did say on US30, they do most times apply to the NASDAQ. This is going to be our support area. We have literally broken out of that support area. NASDAQ has two resistance areas before it goes to the all-time highs, which the first one is right over here, and then the second one will be the all-time high. So here we have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3, 4. And then if we go here, it's going to be the fifth touch. It's going to be the fifth touch. So what I think NASDAQ will do in this area, it will probably want to create a lot of liquidity right at the zone, right? We might see the sellers stepping in, pushing it down. Then it will play around, go back up, and then starts creating liquidity right at this area. So that a lot of people will come and start selling here, and then it will wipe it out and push to the top. But then as for the NASDAQ right now, I am no longer in a trade. It drops back into these zones. Then I will try and buy NASDAQ. I'll look for buying positions on the NASDAQ here, depending on what the price action is looking at. But then these are my points of interest. This is the first point of interest that I'm having, which is right at that zone. And then obviously it's going to be a really volatile week, as you've seen. We're going to have a lot of news basically every single day. So for that, we are going to be changing a lot on this weekly analysis as the week progresses, right? So that's about it on the NASDAQ also. And then obviously on our very own Bitcoin trade, I am literally still holding one position, right? Remember, we said that this trade has way more potential. So I am risking around $1,500 on this particular trade. And then the main analysis, I had made it on a really larger time frame. Now this is too slow for my liking. Right, so if you notice, this is exactly where the main analysis was, and then we have just left the point of interest that I had marked up, which is right over here. So this was my main point of interest, and obviously I was supported by a trend line. Where the market came, it tapped into the point of interest and rejected off of a trend line. I bought it as soon as it stepped into my point of interest, and I am looking forward to riding it up to these tops, even going back to the all-time highs, right? So far this is what we have from that area. You can see when the buyers stepped in, they really gave us a nice rejection candlestick, that we had a big bullish momentum candlestick, and everything broke out of this area, and now we are just riding the movement, right? So we will face a little bit of resistance in these areas right here, but those are the points that you always want to look out for. When we break out of these areas, you always want to look out to join the trade if you are not in it, and then, you know, ride it up with us to the top. Especially, this looks really nice, especially if we then break out of this area. If you notice, look, we have this little trend line that is forming like this. I just see it playing around and gets to this zone, drops back to come back to these points of interest, and then eventually breaks out of this trend line. If it breaks out of this trend line, you don't have any reason to hesitate. Jump into the trade. Let's write it up to the next, point of interest, and then to the next one, just like that. So nothing complicated on the charts as usual. Looking forward to having an absolutely beautiful week. If you did find this breakdown helpful and you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me with that? It's been Tito, and I'll see you guys in the next lit video. Love you guys.